We have a morning exclusive. A high school softball player says she felt humiliated when she was forced to cut her braids in the middle of a game because her hair supposedly obscured the number on her jersey. The story is now getting national attention with calls for a change in policy. And ABC's Zachary Quiche spoke with the teenager and has much more. Zachary, good morning to you.
Dan, good morning to you as well. You know, it was a call that went beyond the rules of the game, all right? The leadoff batter had already hit a double. She'd already played on defense. Her team was winning. But what happened next is calling into question long-standing policies against hair and their detrimental impact on Black identity and self-worth.
This will never change how I feel about my face, my body, my hair, none of it. It's going to be with me for the rest of my life.
16-year-old Nicole Piles was given a choice: remove beads from her hair or leave her teammates and get kicked out of her high school softball game. The mid-game decision came after umpires said her hair violated athletic regulations when they couldn't see her jersey number, although the number is clearly visible. Piles opted to remove the clear beads. Some had to be cut out. You can hear her teammate in this Facebook Live video.
How did it make you feel when you were faced with the decision to, change your appearance?
I mean, I truly felt like in my heart that it was not a choice or a decision. I felt disrespected and I felt humiliated.
This morning, the sophomore and her father are calling it discrimination and are demanding the regulations change to prevent future incidents.
My child wasn't protected. How can they see the pain that they cause through these children's eyes, through Black people's eyes? They can't.
According to Piles, after the opposing team's coach singled her out, the umpires took a strict interpretation of a rule that allows barrettes and hair clips, but prohibits bandanas and hair beads.
And it's just like, it defines us as a part of us. And I'm like I said, I'm not going to let braids take away from who I am, like on the field and off the field. But that is a part of me. And no, I don't want that to be stripped away from me.
And Black hairstyles from braids to locks have long been policed in sports and in society. In 2018, this video of student wrestler Andrew Johnson went viral after he was forced to cut his hair in order to compete in a high school match.
The harm that is caused by imposing these rules, especially upon students of color, vastly outweighs any benefit in having them. We're talking about baseball where Nicole can get hit in the stomach with a baseball, but we're worried about a student being harmed by beads in her hair, and it just doesn't make sense.
Durham Public Schools saying it opposes unreasonable or biased restrictions on Black women's hairstyles, adding, "We believe the blanket ban on hair beads is culturally biased and problematic. We support our student Nicole Piles and believe this rule should be amended." The National Federation of State High School Associations, whose rules govern high school sports, say these regulations are ultimately about safety.
The rule was never intended to address any kind of prohibition of a culture or ethnic group or even a hairstyle that might be most comfortable for a participant. Obviously, risk minimization is still a concern, but where it's appropriate, we want to go ahead and make sure that a youth participant can play with the full identity being expressed.
Earlier this year, the Durham City Council passed a bill banning discrimination against certain hairstyles in the workplace. It's known as the Crown Act, which the local school district supports. Now, that high school sports governing body says the ban on beads is up for consideration and will be reviewed in June. Dan?
Sounds like it's possible some lessons will be learned here. Zachary, thank you.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.